We are going to be doing something super fun today. We are going to go through this Brex Bulb Direct catalog from Holland to find big images. We are going to find large flower border images, and then I'm going to show you at the end how to actually put them into your journal so you have some nice composition, some good borders, things like that. So here is... Okay, so large. Look at these. I consider these to be large. So I am going to tear out these large images. Oh, I got other ones. There's a big one. So these are all big images. And we're gonna real quick go through and take a peek. I don't want to look at every single image. See, that's too big. It doesn't have a shape. Those could be cute, but they're kind of... I'm just looking for real flowers. Oh, there we go. Roses. Beautiful. So we're going to take these 2 pages. And maybe let's look for one more. And then I'm going to show you how to cut them out. And then I'm going to go tonight and do a whole bunch of cutting out. But I'm looking for really big flowers here. And this guide is going to start falling apart because I pulled pages out of it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Pink. Whoopee. All right, do we see any more? There's a big one, but it's on a page with a lot of little ones. All right, here's one more page of really big flowers we can use. Ooh, I kind of like that one. I like dark and brooding, so I'm going to take this one out, but then know, because it's in my big flowers section, there's probably more big flowers. And now... I am going to show you how I cut these out. So first off, I'm going to take a quick peek on the back. This is the one I liked up here. So I'm just going to go and cut this one out. And that's just personal preference, right? And then I like this one. It's a Cherry Hill Peony. Peony? How do you say it? I say peony. That's kind of, oh, you know what that could be though? That could be a border piece. Just a plain border piece. So I will cut this out and put it in my border piece section. Yeah, okay. All right. Ooh. We got another little border piece here. I like it because it's colorful. I'm going to cut this out. I'm not sure that oh, you know what? I have kind of a lilac background page that it might work on. It's not really speaking to me, but that's fine. Okay, now, if you're going to be doing a bunch of magazine collage, you're going to want to get some snips. These are not my favorite snips. I like Tim Holtz snips better, but functionally, they're little scissors with super sharp, pointy tips. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, and now, because I want it to be a whole flower, I'm going to cut a flower shape on this end. I don't want random bits that don't look like flowers. I want to be able to use them whole. So, and I'm getting the feeling that this has more of a round edge, but we'll take a look at it when we get done. And then you have to make a decision. Are you cutting out the top flower or the bottom flower? Because a lot of times, say this was covering this, I would just cut it to make it look like that flower. And is it perfect? No. But when you do magazine collage or collage art in general, sometimes you don't get the perfect picture. You have to cut it out perfectly. And it's so funny. I am a much better colorer or a cutter than I am a drawer. I can cut with scissors and make it look really cool. And when I'm trying to draw it, a lot of times it is a little bit wonky. But if I cut it, I'm good. All right, there we go. So that is a flower that we're gonna, oh, too much green on here. I don't want the green on there because it would be distracting. Not because I don't like it. Having an extra color there would be visually confusing to the person looking at my collage art. So I'm going to go cut these out and I'll be back. I already pulled out the big flowers to make like a big floral border, but I wanted to show you two different ways you can use little flowers in this. So let's go through, like, it's up to you, but I am going to cut out all of those little flowers. I love that. And I don't mind cutting things. I like cutting things, so I'm going to cut all those flowers out. Just looking for little flowers. Let me pull this over here so you can see the whole page. I don't love the colors in those. I like the shapes, but not the colors. All right. If you needed some greenery, that's really nice. That could also be like hair. A lot of times, oh, look. Ooh, pretty. Okay. So this one, we're going to talk about how you can, oops, let's look at the back. Oh no, look how pretty those are. Okay, I'm going to cut these guys out, and I'm going to cut these guys out, and this guy out. But I want to show you what's on the back of this one. Oh yeah. So this one, I'm going to use this way and cut this out as a border piece. This might even be a couple border pieces. It's pretty big. See, that's going to be beautiful. And I probably could come in here. I don't need that dark part. And this would probably make a really nice corner piece. Let me show you a couple other ones that I already cut out while I was doing the big ones. That's a beautiful orange corner. That's beautiful. And that's beautiful. So we're kind of doing two things now. We're looking for small flowers. Like this is too small for me. So if you wanted to, you could come in and cut this out as a bunch. That's just, oh, let's do that. Make sure there's nothing super exciting on the back. Those dahlias. Oh my gosh. True crime, the black dahlia. But these are red dahlias. All right, we're going to set this to the side, and I'll show you how I would cut that one out. I would probably cut this out along the flowers, not the tops. It's just not a cute flower. And don't worry, I'm going to show you when we get back. That would be hard to cut out. You could maybe do it. Yeah, I'm going to cut that one out. That's cute. Those would be a pain to cut out because they don't have straight things. This is like the quintessential. I'll show you how I cut this one out. Make sure there's nothing exciting on the back. There are 2 pages there. This is the quintessential, like, what a flower looks like when you draw it when you're a little kid. I love that. All right. And then I'm just going to go through and make all kinds of border colors, and I'll show you those, don't worry. So we're going to cut out 2 things. Okay, so if I was going to cut out this, I wouldn't try to do every little thing in it. I would come down here and more approximate the shape of this whole bunch of flowers, and then I would consider it kind of a a red shape rather than a bunch of flowers. So this could be a body, it could be a hat, it could be some grapes, but we're just gonna make it look like a red shape instead of trying to cut every one of those little flowers out. If you cut them all out, you will make yourself insaner. All right, here we go. There we go. So that's cute. That's a nice piece of red. That I would use also on a border. Say you're doing this on the corner and put this here and say this here. And that would add a piece of interest to a corner. All right, let's cut this out real quick. This real flower. So what you want to look for is what are the characteristics of this flower? And this flower has a little pointy thing in the middle of the leaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of exaggerate that on purpose where the angle of the flower didn't really catch it. So I'm going to come around here and sort of bink, reel up, and then bing. I don't want to bother the bee. But with collage, you're kind of, or at least the way I do it, magazine collage, funky magazine collage, you're exaggerating whatever is already going on in the piece. So I'll show you the finished flowers in just 1 second. Okay, so now I have a really cute flower with a bee, but see how I cut extra pointies into it so it would look cuter? That's what I'm talking about, exaggerating what already is available with the flower. So I am going to go cut up borders and flowers and I will be back. Okay, so I'm not totally done cutting them all out yet, but I wanted to give you like a representative sample of what these guys look like cut out. Look how cute those little guys are. And these. And then I have a whole bunch of borders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of, those are kind of lighter borders. I found darker borders. Maybe do a pink. Get some of the darker ones together. Maybe do purple. Red, or that is beautiful. I don't know what I'm doing with that, but I think that's going to be something cool. Little flowers, more red. So I'm going to do red border. There's red again. So I'm going to separate these all out. And then I am going to glue them down in my journal. And what I'll do is once I have all the journal pages done, I will show you them glued down. Okay, this isn't all the big flowers. I have some more cut out, but look how gorgeous these are. So what I'm going to do is make these around some of the journal pages. I have to decide, oh, look at this. So this is fun. I think having these big blobby bits and this is going to make an amazing like little shelf if I do like a frog collage or anything like that. But this is going to make a great place for something to sit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish cutting out the rest of these tonight. I'm running out of daylight here, so I wanted to get you caught up. I'm going to make the backgrounds with these big flowers, and then I will show you how I use them. Oh my gosh, we got so many pages out of this catalog. So I feel like I started this here because I really liked what we were doing here. I figured we could do something, or we could cut it off and make it a flip. Maybe make that a little bit skinnier. I took out 18 pages, maybe 14 pages, but I made this a lot thinner just because I'm going to be doing so much. So this looks great. I added some inchies. This looks great. I used a lot of red and kind of yellow on this one. I didn't do anything to that page yet. This one is so busy, right? We're going to have to figure out when we get to doing this as a page how to knock this back a little bit, unless we do really light colors on it, but that'll be fun to do when we start our magazine collage. This is really busy, but I just was having fun doodling the background. So I like that. Everybody hates this. Me and Desi and her boyfriend, the fireman, we all hate this, and I think it's because of this big open area here. What I'm going to do off camera is put stencils on this with white paint through it. So that will knock that back. What we're all not liking is that there's just a huge blackish dark purple blob there that nobody likes. This I thought turned out amazing. Look at this. And then this is one I did the outlining in purple, so it's a little bit more subtle than if I'd have done it in black. I love this one. Look at all the red. I put all the red ones on here, and red and teal are turquoise and red are one of my favorite color combinations. And so I went with some turquoise in cheese and then the teal. This is my favorite thus far. This one's beautiful. I thought that came out really nice. I haven't done the detail on it yet. And I think this is our last one. This is our last one. This one's still very busy. I don't know yet what we're going to do with it. It definitely has stuff going on there. So we're going to have to, I don't usually use glue sticks. When I do use a glue stick, I usually use a Yoo-hoo glue stick, but I don't very often use glue sticks in my journals. I'm going to show you the three things about this. So these are some of the big flowers, what I consider to be a big flower. And over here, I did not glue this part down. So when we start to add some things to this page, we're going to glue this down, but we're going to keep this part in. Here is all the big flowers, and isn't this interesting how much better this page looks? It's still got a lot of messes on it, but now that it has all the big flowers around it, and on this one I outlined it in purple, and again, this part here is open. Now, I just wanted to come back to here to show you the difference on a really good page, because we're going to have to work on that other page. It got stuck together. So on this one, we have some of the inchies. I think we already had this page done with the inchies, but then I went and added some more inchies, some more of the background papers. And then I wanted to show you that compared to, say, this. See how this doesn't have any outlining yet? And it doesn't look nearly as finished and polished as if you outline the pages or outline the items. Now you could just do kind of the outside or the inside. You could just do the flowers, but I'm telling you that once you start outlining the elements that you put down, it makes a huge difference. So those are our big flowers. Hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.